Hey Sagittarius, how's it going? I'm going to do your past life reading for April 2022. Just want to remind you to like, share, and subscribe if you like the video. Also, I would like to ask you to make sure that you check out your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, as well as South Node. The reason I'm doing South Node is because South Node has to do with the lessons from the past or your gifts and talents from past lives. So when it comes to past lives can be looked at differently, especially with the theory of the multiverse and all that. Now we're starting to see things where people say these are simultaneous lives and everything is happening in the moment, but just in different realities, different dimensions. So it's really whatever resonates with you. So I'm going to allow myself to get out of the way and be a clear channel for you and the messages for Sagittarius for April 2022. So what are the messages for Sagittarius? Past life, April 2022. What are the messages for Sagittarius? Past life, 2022. What are the messages for Sagittarius? Past life, 2022. What are the messages for Sagittarius? Alright, first card comes out, Galactic. So basically, Galactic just means that many of you are star seeds, if you resonate with that term. For those of you that don't know what star seed means, basically it just means that you are seeded from different galaxies. Not so much, we have two different types of souls, basically celestial souls, and we have, soul-bound, earth-bound souls. So even though we all come from the cosmos, it's just a different type of frequency. So the galactic, basically the galactic souls, or the galactic energy, are usually come from different galaxies, and some of you that study star seeds might actually be into that or look at that information. It can also mean that you are a channel of galactic energy, but they're just basically what that means. It means seeded from the stars, different galaxies. So if that resonates, then you know that message is for you. For the ones that are new to what that terminology means, you can do more research and even do tests online to see what type you are. But if you're the type that's always just felt different, felt out of place, into metaphysics, things like that, but you've never really, you've never been, it's been hard for you to find other people to relate to you, then that's basically answering your question. So in past lives, that's basically what you've done. You've worked on other planets, in other galaxies, other solar systems, etc. What other messages does Sagittarius need to know for April 2022? What other messages does Sagittarius need to know for April 2022? What other messages does Sagittarius need to know for April 2022? So this card right here is the Arts card. And the Arts card basically is just telling you that whatever skill sets and stuff that you have, like if some of you are musicians, or if you work in musical things, some of you are guitarists, some of you work in orchestras, it just depends. It can, I'm reading for a lot of Sagittarius here, so this just basically means that you've had past lives doing this, and that's why this stuff comes natural to you. For the ones of you that like, the guitar, which I see that, in my mind's eye, it's just saying that you need to stick with that. That's why that ability was given to you. That's where it came from. Basically anything that it comes natural to you is something that you have basically practiced many lives beforehand. So that's why you have those skills. So, arts can be many things. On this card we see basically a banjo, guitar, anything with the strings, anything that you are invested with. A lot of Sagittarius that I know of, basically, they like a lot of metal, a lot of heavy metal music, or, harder music that usually has everything to do with the fire element. So, if you have basically, if you basically have, or are the only one in this, in your family or around you that does this, this is where this comes from, and that's why you're so good at it. So, that's good. Make sure, and it's also going to be saying that this is a galactic skill. This comes from the galactic energy. So, just make sure that, if you're doing that, don't give up on it. Keep going for it. That's why that exists within your reality. Okay, Sagittarius, what other messages does Sagittarius need to know for April 2022? What other messages does Sagittarius need to know for April 2022? Celtic. So basically, Celtic just means that you know, if you're into Celtic or say, if you've always had a fascination with like, you know, Ireland, Scottish, the Emerald Isles, leprechauns, dwarves, elves, anything that goes along with that, you know, Lucky Charms, you know, whatever resonates with you, but you know, it's just basically saying that you have basically lived these lifetimes, and you know, this is one of the founding, you know, Celtic traditions is one of the founding religions. You know what I mean? So it's not so much as founding religions, but it's one of the first people to use, you know, to utilize Christianity. And so, you know, you had paganism, then you also had like druids and things like that, witchcraft, Stonehenge. All those places are basically closely related to, you know, Celtic traditions and religions. So if you find yourself, you know, just, you know, wearing the little cross or whatever like that, you know, just know that that's where that's coming from. You know, and I see a couple of you, some of you are like Gothic, you know, and I see like that symbol that's on the card basically around your neck. Some of you have it tattooed, you know, on your left or right hand. I'm seeing kind of both. The ones I'm seeing though, it's like it's got a pierce, you know, the person's, you know, black hair, Gothic kind of, you know, and basically like a nose piercing right here on this side, and little loops and stuff on this ear or this ear. So what, you know, the advice for this card is basically that if you want to find out like more about this card, like, you know, also you might have a you know, I'm getting also like, you know, you have an affinity for trees, or that, you know, I could see some of you leaning against a tree, actually reading, you know, absorbing Mother Nature through the tree, the energy. You might actually plant trees too as well. But it, you know, it could be saying that you might want to visit this place, you know, these places, these temples, these, you know, places with these traditions, these anything that's connected to this, because it can really awaken, you know, your past life memories or things that you need to know in this lifetime. So I really recommend that, because that's one thing that can really help you find out more, especially if you have an interest in past lives. And let's see, you know, and I'm also getting some of you have actually, you know, you've of course lived there before, but you actually were a talented musician and played like in the local pub. So you know, I see you with, you know, some of you with red hair and kind of dancing around, you know, kind of having fun. So, you know, if you find yourself again, you know, into that type of into that, you know, into that culture, now you know why. And so even just wearing that cross around you, or just, you know, tapping into it, sometimes you wouldn't even have to go to the sacred sites. It could just be as simple as just tuning into, watching documentaries on it, learning the history of it. That could awaken memories in you. But a lot of you, I feel like you have this urge that you would like to visit these places. But that's basically what's saying, you know, in a previous life you've lived there, and you might actually, you know, really feel like, you know, that is home for you. So if so, then, you know, good luck with that. Hopefully you will be able to make a trip there, or, you know, awaken more memories. Also, you might want to try past life regression, because that will actually help you too as well. So Sagittarius, that's pretty much what I have for you. I was doing these readings longer, but you know, it just seems like people want shorter readings, you know, and I blame TikTok. So if you do want more in your past lives, I'd be happy to connect to you on a personal level, intuitive level, and then I can read your energy just for you. So if you want to book a personal reading with me, all the information you need is in the description box, website, all of that. So thanks for watching, and, you know, stay tuned, because for later in the month on my channel, because we're going to be doing, or I'm going to be doing rather eclipse readings for the collective, and it's going to be basically for all signs, so it's just going to be one video. And so I'll timestamp that. And again, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a blessed month. Thanks.